He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense.
Chase.
They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And fights through one man. And still's fighting. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Pushes past him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is.
Let's go. Go, go. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Down to about the 37. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about it.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right now. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn it, fed like him.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, I'm still in super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised.
It's week 4 of the National.
The Buccaneers offense ready to get things started, coming off their first win of the season a week ago. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Only a couple there. It's going to be brought down about the 28. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Let's go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, please, please don't. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, 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 go that.
Man, they even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep pumping the tango the weave. Only jump in the front to the play for the speakers. None of my plans.
Ain't a king of me. Now they acting well. I'm a cheat. Way they blessing me. Step up on the style. All this beef is a friend of me. That's how I get down. See me toting with a smile. Take a dose, I wet you down. Hit the stage, burn it down. Reach Nirvana in the crowd. Used to serve it in your town. Like a pitcher on the mound. Putting it work for 100 bands. Putting this bag in another bag. I got the strength of 100 men. Devoted to prowling and punishing.
Look, I'm out of space, I'm on Apollo. Got a bag on me just like I hit the lotto. Head tuck on a Rolex, sleepy hollow. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll.
100 mentions dancing on my wall. Diss me and I don't see your response. Focus on the commas, not a call. I deposit, I do not withdraw.
All these heads are gonna roll. All these heads are gonna roll. Look, I'm out of space, I'm on Apollo. Got a bag on me just like I hit the lotto. Head tuck on a Rolex, sleepy hollow. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Way out of control, all these heads are gonna roll. Bling, bling, bling. This man. Alright.
Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. Okay. I don't catch my new checks, this old change, you know. Another
Oh, I
man
forgot about the.
phone ring.
Can I get one?
Said he capping, but won't step, you know.
Oh,
Every time he sell me, that's phone, hello. Bling, bling, blow, mad. I'm like, wow, what did I do now? Don't you get me, okay? I might pull a ticket out of my account, okay? Just to show you how to count, okay? Newest, don't compare me to these, they don't do enough. They can't walk it in my shoes because I'm booted up. I got opposition showing me computer love. Ram inside the club, I got no worries today. I get paid to party on a permanent base. That's true. Only time we
hold on.
link is meet and greet. On and off the jet, cause I got places to be. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a
Mama,
couple
what do you
thousands
think?
and
Which cleats look good?
millions and
The
millions and
the
millions.
dunks or hold up?
Business as
Wait.
usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. It costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and
These are
millions and millions. Foot on that's because I'm standing on business. I deserve the flex and
Or
I have God as
these.
my witness. Police tried to slow me down, but they
The
couldn't stop
7
it.
lows.
I got platinum plaques like I got cars in my wallet. I got millions. Got the Glock inside my bag and out my feelings. Got a couple carbon copies, I got children. Only that's around me's my Brazilian. Moving militant, no regular civilian. Business as usual.
Oh no, these. I was looking. Wait. Ew, no.
Thousands of millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile unless it costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. Alright.
I like these.
don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up, like, ooh, I got a, and a, yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sucky now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of fraction mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta, even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, still gotta.
You give me the control.
You must be new here. You see these grown people talking what you doing here. I gotta have a mind and hit you with a stitch your get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mom's tired.
Can you give me a oats? Please. Why does Coco put his butt when he's sleeping? Sit up.
And we'll see the Buccaneers versatile running back. He was
banana.
unstoppable a week ago.
Thank
About
you.
the yards and a pair of touchdowns. It's the Bucs and
You
the
ate some?
Commanders. All that and more coming up next.
Yeah, these are kind of hard. These are hard to chew. Yesterday was nice and soft.
The Bucs offense ready to get things started coming up for first win. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Shoves him away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game is a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It
Did
goes
you
as a
what?
gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, Pete.
The Buccaneers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were.
Oh, you mean
At 0-2,
cupcakes?
they were
Oh
thinking,
my
if we throw
god.
to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. You talk about this Washington defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Shoves him aside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Now, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, another one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and run for it. Fights loose. Still fighting. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. All right, folks. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have the plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hip hop, hip hop.
Down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down, Buccaneers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second.
Mama, do you think that they put the napkin here for Katie?
This afternoon,
You know what I'm
much
talking
tread
about?
is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Back to throw. Patterson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Now in timeout called by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh yeah, I forgot I looked asleep.
Off play action. Patterson. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL
you got ball right there.
on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Whoa!
And they went the wrong way there.
No.
Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As he'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Oh, he fakes a spike. And this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a chance on the fake spike. Doesn't work out, but at least here, the clock does stop with the incompletion. 2nd down, goal to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Watch it 4th down be any different. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So with that, we can... So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next.
Chasing their goals.
It's a sweet. What? It's a
So
sweet.
bored.